The Hollywood cinema is getting bloody this Friday, with the attack of 3 large megalodons. However, Meg 2 ending once again proves that megalodons are no match for the apex predator, known as Jason Statham. Meg 2 starts to pick up after a few years from the original Meg's ending. The movie begins with Jonas and his Mana 1 team go on another expedition into the Mariana Trench, where they run into trouble from 3 Megs and discovering an illegal mining base on the bottom. After becoming stranded and managing to escape using one of the base's submersibles, they find that an explosion has ripped a hole in the thermocline layer of the trench, allowing the Megs and other creatures to escape. Meg 2's ending sees the crew in a race against time to protect tourists on nearby Fun Island, in addition to killing the escaped trench monsters. However, they also have to dodge mercenaries hired by the trench's villain Driscoll, who wants to silence Jonas and his team after they found her base. It's better to say that the escaped monsters eat most of the villains, while Statham and his crew take care of the beasts themselves. After winning the battle, they celebrate their victory with drinks on the beach, knowing they'll likely have to deal with more Megs in the near future. Meg 2 adds a villain plot to spice things up, with Mana 1 investor Driscoll using the team's research as cover for her true goals. She established a base at the bottom of the trench, so she can mine a rare mineral that can only be found there and is worth billions. This operation is overseen by Montez, a mercenary with a personal grudge against Jonas, for getting him thrown in prison on a previous operation. The Mana 1 crew uncovering this secret mining operation wasn't part of Driscoll's plan, so she orders Montez and her mole within the group to silence Mana 1. Meg 2 mole is eventually revealed to be Jess, who sabotaged the rescue sub. Jess is also romantically involved with Montez, and the only motive she gives Jonas for her betrayal being the money involved. Karma works overtime in Jess' case, as when the Megs escape the trench, she gets a little too close to a Meg-proof window, which is quickly broken when a megalodon smashes through and eats her. For those who watched Meg 2's trailer, this smashing death was spoiled already. When Meg 2 begins, it's revealed that years before, Mana 1 team found a baby megalodon they call Haiqi and raised her in captivity. In fact, it's Haiqi's escape that forces Jonas and his crew into the trench, kicking the story into motion. In the search of Haiqi, Jonas discovers below 2 other giant sharks, including one Jonas dubs the biggest megalodon anyone has ever seen. This trio of Megs causes no end of problems and eat a fair amount of tourists at Fun Island, before Jonas can stop the buffet. To distract the megalodons from their food, Jonas hops on a jet ski and lures them away from the island. He also rigged some harpoons with explosives, and kills one of the Megs by stabbing it in the head, which promptly explodes. The biggest shark is more of a hassle for poor Jonas, but in Meg 2's ending he uses a helicopter blade and splashes it in the water to attract its attention. Later he stabbed the same blade to the charging monster in the brain. After Jonas has slain the other 2 megalodons, Haiqi returns to attack. She launches straight at Jiuming, but while it looks like the clicker isn't going to work, the signal gets through to her and she turns away at the last second. Haiqi then swims away to parts unknown. In addition to the 3 megalodons that follow Jonas and the others through the broken thermocline layer, some other beasties escape from the bottom too. The first is a giant squid, which also makes its way to Fun Island and starts snacking on tourists. While Jonas is busy with the megalodons, it's up to Jiuming to take care of the squid, though in this case he's given some assistance by a hungry Meg. Some man-eating amphibian lizards also come to shore on Fun Island, and they prove surprisingly useful in decimating the mercenaries, hunting Jonas and company. They also grab Meg 2 villain Driscoll, as she tries to escape via helicopter. However, at the end, a combination of explosives and gunfire takes care of these nasty lizards. The Meg 2 explains that Haiqi was under watch and getting trained for many years, but suddenly why she was so eager to leave them. According to Jiuming, that Haiqi escaped captivity because it was mating season, and the crew is then given a front row seat to Haiqi getting very friendly with the other Megs. In the final scene, Jonas and Jiuming discuss the possibility Haiqi is pregnant, and they may soon have more Megs to deal with. They decide that's a headache for another day, and just decide to celebrate their victory and get drunk. While Meg 2 doesn't confirm it, Haiqi is likely pregnant, and the world will soon have to deal with more Megalodons swimming around. Not only that, it's probable that other creatures must have escaped from the trench, because later Meg series books features aquatic creatures, like the Lioplorodon or the Kronosaurus. With the layer separating the world from the trench now ripped open, the Meg 3 will have plenty of other threats for Jonas to deal with. So guys, that's it. What are your thoughts on Meg 2 and its universe? Please tell me in comments. And if you like this video, please like and also don't forget to subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. See you soon.